In today's Chivalry 2 video, I played like an absolute moron, but somehow it seemed to work. What is going on, guys? It's Sean and Salami, and today on this Desecrating of Galancourt game, we had pretty bad positioning. However, mechanically, my gameplay was on point, and I was destroying people despite dying so much. But sometimes turning your brain off, voice chatting with the fellas, and just stomping a lobby together is what it's all about, right? So this is going to be a longsword game with tons of 1vx's and just outnumbered fights that you're going to see pretty much throughout the entire game. Let's get into it. We'll have our relaxing commentary and narration as we go. To start off, we're going to be playing with longtime supporter Billy Witch Doctor. We'll also be playing with Megan and fellow content creator Smile Kitchen. I will have his Twitch in the pinned comment. He's a very, very good streamer. It was pretty funny. I said in the beginning of this match, guys, I'm calling it right here. I'm going to go deathless because I've noticed I've never recorded a Galancourt deathless game. And then I died pretty much instantly after that. It's times like that I wish the voice chat was recorded for the games. You'll end up seeing that this match went an extremely long time for a Galancourt, but on this first stage, the Masons did a good job of all attacking as a team on this right fortification, and we captured it pretty quickly. It's pretty interesting to see because usually people trickle in on either side, and nothing gets done until the timer nearly runs out. But now it's time to disable the ships. We're time traveling a little bit here because I noticed my friend Rangers Knight has joined the game, so I shot him a message on Instagram. I met him through hockey Twitter. It's basically a part of Twitter where we only tweet about hockey and the New York Rangers. And for everything that the Chivalry 2 community is great at, Rangers Twitter was the worst at. If you ever want to simultaneously feel great about yourself, but also worry about the state of the human race, go on Rangers Twitter. It's a god-awful cesspool. So while the whole subject of the video is really bad positioning, this time I did position smartly. I don't want to be out in the open and give an archer a free kill. That's where that comes from. So motivated by pure spite to not give him a kill, we stay under cover and wait until there's a safe time to move. All in all, we are dying a lot, but we're getting a lot of kills. But this next stretch, this is pretty rough. We're going to die a lot and not make much of an impact on the game at all. This is more of what you're going to be seeing for the rest of the match, is these kinds of outnumbered fights where I'm just in way too deep. The last video I uploaded was kind of similar to this when it was on Dark Forest. It was a better game than this one, if you go by the stats. And this one was on attack, so you'd think I'd get away with this more, but again, it's too much aggression, just too much brain rot going on, not paying enough attention to where I should be and where everyone else is. This was pretty funny. Check this out. God damn. So now that we've blown up the ships and it's time to place the explosives, this is one of the more interesting objectives because it says back-to-back meat grinders when you have to place them and destroy the gates. And this is where the longsword, using this, is going to cost me even more because I'm not playing it correctly. I'm not stabbing in between teammates. I'm just going to keep rushing in like a madman, like I have a war axe or something. And it's going to cost me, as you're going to see. This is a pretty dumb time to front line like this, and we still have a whole minute and a half to get the explosive, so that's not even really the reason I'm pushing up like this. But it's not smart to do this, but the speed of the longsword keeps us alive, even though if we had something like a messer, we would probably kill even more of these people. It certainly makes it easier when they're not even looking at you most of the time. So last life we were getting a bunch of kills and we were getting away with playing the longsword incorrectly because of how fast it is, but this is, again, you're just going to get killed if you rush in behind the team and front line with it. It's not how you want to be playing this weapon. I had a lot of fun in this match, but again, not ideal at all, and this is not a good video for the tips and tricks, especially on positioning, but I do think it makes for an entertaining watch. So this brutal brain rot going on, just too much aggression, but hey, it seems to be working. Like, again, I'm cringing at some of this gameplay because I don't think this is technically the smart thing to be doing, but we already have 100 bombs, so doing something right? So now it's time to assault the church, and I would like to ask, as we head through these last two stages, that if you've liked the video to this point, to please consider giving it a like for the algorithm. Helps smaller YouTubers out like me a ton, and if you'd like to support me with a channel membership for the Shawnee PC Fund, that's going to be in the description. And if you'd like to join the Discord, get some games in with me or like-minded people, that will also be in the description because Smiley Kitchen's Twitch is in the pinned comment. Check him out for a good streamer. Well, let's see if we can assault the church and desecrate the tomb. So we do end up losing, and we also died a lot, but despite that, I did think this was a very fun game. 140 takedowns using the longsword is great, and if you want to check out an even better longsword game, one is on the screen now. Love you guys. See you in the next one.